Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles draft here on the channel. Let's dive on in and see what we're working with. I've been enjoying this format more than I thought, especially because I think pick one draft is just far superior to pick two drafts, so that's definitely been a nice thing that they brought for this one. A prehistoric pet can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. Return another target creature you control to its owner's hand. Activate only during your turn. So it's kind of a cute little thing you can do if you're playing a sneak deck. Oftentimes your opponent might not have a creature that has one power, because like 2 power is a common like breakpoint for a lot of creatures, and so prehistoric pet is hard to block. And then you can do something like play prehistoric pet, attack, get a creature like sneaked in or snuck in, and then you can then bounce it back to your hand the next turn, and then play prehistoric pet, and then attack it again. It's like you can kind of like set up things where it's like you take advantage of the can't be blocked, like hit them with bigger ninja creatures. I think I'm going to take it here. It's also good for resetting enters effects. There's a good number of those in the set. It can help you trigger disappear cards. It's definitely one I want to try. There is Oroku Saki, which is a pretty solid card. And I think in the Oroku Saki decks, you're pretty happy with like Squirrelinoids as like a cheap card that you can play on turn 1 and then like get your Oroku Saki going on turn 2. But I want to try the rare. Let's see how it can perform. There's a good number of cards I can work with. Okay, Mighty Mutanimals. This card has been absolutely stellar. And it's a really good card with Prehistoric Pet, because you use Prehistoric Pet, you get to the late game, you're like returning another creature, so you return your Mutanimals, play it again. This is a really good card to get. I think it's just a very strong card. It's kind of like a must-kill threat, because it just buffs your creatures. But if they do kill it, you're still left often with like a 3/3, because usually you want to put the counter somewhere other than the Mutanimals itself, because your opponent has to kill it. So unless you can like get it out of burn range, like if you think your opponent has like a deal 3 and you can like get this thing to be like a 4/4, like 5/4 somehow, you generally just want to like put the counter somewhere else. Really good card. There's also Tainted Treats. I might even consider this card if the Mutanimals wasn't in the pack. Obviously, taking a fantastic uncommon to go with the rare I just took, same color, is great. But Tainted Treats is worth speculating on early, because it can be one of the best cards in your deck as a removal spell at uncommon. Killing something and getting a food is just really good, and 3 mana to kill anything you want is just great also. Not, I guess you can't kill enchantments, but still pretty good. Okay, so 2 picks in. I would really like to play white. I have 2 good cards for white already. But I'm still willing to be flexible if white isn't open. It just feels like with 2 really good cards, I would like to bias towards white. And the 2 white decks are white-black and white-red. And unfortunately, the like red cards in the pack, Hard One Jitte and Mouser Attack, aren't really my favorite. The black cards in the pack, Bebop Warthog Warrior and Pain 101, aren't my favorite. And my favorite card in the pack is Frog Butler, which is green, and green-white isn't really a thing. My favorite white card in the pack probably is Jenica Bad Apple Big Sister, another kind of decent card with the Prehistoric Pet. You can like bounce it back to your hand, play it again. I'm just worried that white might not be open, so I am going to take the Frog Butler here. But, man, because then I could play blue-green. It's kind of a weird spot to be in. I could technically play green-white, I guess. Okay, here there is Neutrinos, so I'm not really worried about it. Basically, my analysis on this pick was, if black is open, I guess I could play white-black and be pretty happy with these cards. If green-blue is like way open, or I want to do like some green-blue splash deck, it's kind of like a weird spot where I've only 2 picks in, and I'm not seeing crazy white cards, and I'm not seeing crazy like cards in really any color. I think Frog Butler's just the best card in that pack. Again, we're seeing some pretty decent green cards like Mona, Ragamuffin Raptor. I like the Neutrinos here because it's a card that lets me play the Mutanimals and Prehistoric Pet. It's really good with Mutanimals because you play Neutrinos, play Mutanimals, attack, like exile Mutanimals, if it's able to attack, and you can get a lot of value there. But yeah, I'm pretty fine taking the Neutrinos here over like a green card, because I would like to play one of the supported archetypes. Okay, and now there is Last Ronin's Technique, which is really good, and there is also Mechanized Ninja Cavalry. I might take the Ninja Cavalry here, honestly. There's also Manhole Missile. So I guess the lack of good like white cards, red cards, and black cards in that one pack was kind of an anomaly. But if we end up in a situation where, say, instead of the Neutrinos in that pack, there's like a blue-green uncommon, and then this pack doesn't have any white and red, we'd be pretty happy to have made the swap, I think, because 2 cards can't just be your entire deck. Mechanized Ninja Cavalry is good. So is Last Ronin's Technique. I'm going to take the Ronin's Technique, I think. It's really good for Mutanimals. Maybe I'd rather have the Ninja Cavalry. Let's take the Ninja Cavalry. We really want 2-drops. We don't have any of those yet. It's good with Prehistoric Pet. Manhole Missile is also really good, but I'd rather just keep taking cards that are like mono white because I could still end up in a white-black deck. And I think getting the early guard for my curve, I think Frog Butler's probably out at this point. But getting a 2-drop locked in that's going to be great no matter what deck I end up in is really, really huge here. Getting a Leonardo is also great. Because, like, I have the neutrinos, but if we don't see any more red cards, which is unlikely because I think red-white is the most open, we could end up a little bit punished for just, like, taking a card that's... I mean, I guess the Ronin technique is fine, but we already have 2 4-drops, is kind of the thought. You want to make sure you balance out your curve, especially for decks that want to lean a little aggressive. And Neutrinos plays well with Ninja Cavalry. Prehistoric Pet plays well with Ninja Cavalry. Leonardo's a great 1-drop, so we're happy to get that. I could have also taken, instead of the Ninja Cavalry, the 2-mana removal spell in red, the Manhole Missile. The reason I didn't do that was because I wanted to stay flexible to potentially playing a white-black deck still, which I still could do. I only have this 1 red card, and I think staying flexible is good. The uncommon was tempting, especially because I have like Prehistoric Pet. So going 1-drop into sneak in the 2-drop, like sneak in the make 3 1/1s as a 2-drop is pretty good. It's just based on like how you want to accomplish your goals. Now we're going to get April O'Neil. I like that one. Jenica Bad Apple Sister is probably a card I'd play 1 copy of. It's not my favorite card, but I do think it's solid. And we are seeing white and red cards coming around, so that's pretty nice. Now I think we'll just take Action News Crew. Not my favorite card. I haven't actually gotten tons of reps with this. I mean, there are some good green cards coming around. Venus is great, but I think at this point we're definitely playing white and just getting another 2-drop. I do want to try this too. I think it can be pretty cool if we can go wide a little bit. Ironically, putting more counters on this doesn't actually make it that much better. Yeah, let's just take the white 2-drop. So this thing can return artifacts. So we can bounce our Mechanized Ninja Cavalry, but getting to double red for turn 3 might be tricky. Let's just take the Squirrelinoids. We only have the 1 red card, so we could totally just take Squirrelinoids and still play a white-black deck, depending on what rare we open in pack 2. Oftentimes, if you can stay flexible, like the way we are, where we can play white-black or white-red at this point, and if you can stay flexible going into pack 2, then you could end up in a spot where you end up being able to capitalize on opening or getting past a really good card early in pack 2. Here we'll take Foot Headquarters over some random black cards and a random red card. You notice I don't really prioritize like the Jenica or the Zog that highly. I think that you'd rather just make sure you get the cheaper plays. Here we'll take the white combat trick over the red combat trick. And we'll get a Raphael. Sure, we'll take the Commando. You never know. I find it hard to imagine us playing that, though. Mouse or attack last. Okay, so red is looking more open than white. Double make your move. I mean, then black. White red is looking like our best home. Weathermaker is an interesting card. I don't think it's really what our deck wants, because our deck wants to be proactive. We want to be kind of ending the game, and if we top deck this in the mid game, we can't really use the mana part of it. There is Anchovy and Banana Pizza. Brilliance Unleashed is really good, but we're not playing like a late game splashy deck. We're kind of just trying to play a red-white or even potentially black-white. I think it's like the classic. We could take Anchovy and Banana Pizza if we wanted to go more black, but I think Manhole Missile is better. Red looked open. We got a last pick Mouser attack. I don't think that there's a chance we get that if the person passing to us directly is playing red. But yeah, we'll take the Manhole Missile here. And I mean, it's like being able to play our neutrinos is pretty nice. We can use the Raphael for sure. And Manhole Missile is a card I really like, so this is a good spot to be. Okay. Kind of unfortunate here. Baxter's really good. A Pizza Face, pretty good. Obviously nowhere near where we're playing. Quintessential Katana can be okay. If you're playing black-white, we have 5 ninjas, so maybe it could be okay for us too. But I do like Mechanized Ninja Cavalry. And then Jenica is a card that we could definitely take. I think 1 copy of this would not go that far amiss. Let's put our cards we kind of want to cut over here. I don't think we're going to play the Foot Headquarters at this point. I think everything else is pretty close. I think Action News Crew could be one we try to cut. Hamato Guardian Stance could also be one. When to play like mediocre combat tricks is something that I'm always like on the fence about, because oftentimes it's nice to be like, okay, I'm just playing really good cards across the board, but combat tricks do serve a purpose in these sorts of decks, so it's an interesting spot to be. Okay, Splinter, Radical Rat. If a ninja control triggers an additional time. What else is there in this pack? I mean, in a black-white deck, Dream Beavers is like absolutely crazy. I don't think that black is where we're supposed to be, though, here. We've got a few good cards for red already. We could just take April O'Neil. Really good 2-drop. We could also take Raphael, because we already have one April, and getting a second one's a little bit dicey. I'm just putting my removal spell over here. Let's take the Raphael, get ourselves a decent top-end card. We already have a few, enough 2-drops. I think we'll be able to find a few more. And now we can take Leonardo, maybe. Or we could take Foot Ninjas. Leonardo's going to hit pretty hard, I think. We have 1, 2, 3 cards to multiple creatures with 1 body. I'm with 1 card. Foot Ninjas is interesting. We can go wide past our opponents and do some stuff. Raphael's one I want more reps with, but I'm not sure how good it is. I also want to try the Foot Ninjas a bit more. Let's try the Foot Ninjas. Manhole Missile or Grounded for Life. Let's take the Manhole Missile. It can clear away blockers pretty effectively. Grounded for Life is fine, though. I don't like doubling up on legendary 2-drops as much. Like, I'll do it, but it's something I don't prioritize as much. Okay, Leonardo's super good, though. I think I will double up on my Leonardo leader in blue. It is kind of unfortunate, though. It's definitely a downside. I think it's just enough better than taking Dimension X, though. Like, when you play Leonardo on turn 1, you're pretty happy. And he usually does trade off pretty quickly. Okay, now we get another Neutrinos. Do I regret taking this Foot Ninjas now? Because now I have 5 4-drops. Would I rather have a Leonardo Big Brother? I'm not sure. I'm not sure I really want to be sneaking that much. And it's just like a 3-mana 3/3 or whatever. Foot Ninjas has some cool potential for sure. Neutrinos is great, though. Do I regret not taking the Raphael? Kind of. I kind of wish I had the April O'Neil now. We did still at the time have like a pack and a half to find more 2-drops. Here we're going to take Turtle Blimp. I like Turtle Blimp a lot. I think it's really cool also with Neutrinos, because you play Neutrinos, then you play Turtle Blimp, you make the 2/2, crew up the Turtle Blimp, attack with Neutrinos, then you target the Turtle Blimp with the Neutrinos and keep making a bunch of extra 2/2s. Okay, we'll take Make Your Move now. I don't think we want Mutant Town Musicians. It's just not a great card. Let's just get a card that can deal with some bigger creatures. We did get the Jenica back. That's nice. And we wheeled the April. Okay. I guess my pick was genius. I got Raphael and April out of that pack. I almost have a 2-pack deck. This is where I'm like, okay, I can play Action News Crew, get myself another 2-drop. I have my 6 2-drops I'm looking for. I have 2 combat tricks I could play. I really only need like 2 playables to make this like deck really hum. I'm hoping to play this on turn 4 most of the time. I think removal is like the one weakness I have. And then I guess I could get some 3-drops. I just don't have any. Well, I think we'll take Raphael. It's super good with Neutrinos. Because then, like, it comes into play attacking. Your opponent can't really plan around it, and then you get to hit them. And, like, then, like, play something post-combat. Other than that, I would probably take Mouser Foundry just to get extra removal. I don't love high-flying Ace. I'm not going to take a 3rd April. I think 3 copies is a bit much, but 2 copies is fine. Okay. Okay. Maybe I'll take the EPF point squad now. I mean, what else am I even do I even have? I mean, I have a few cards that can make multiple bodies with one card. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. This thing feels like it could kind of be a nice 3-drop that could grow out of control in some cases. Honestly, Prehistoric Pet's looking great in this deck. Prehistoric Pet, just recasting April in the late game, casting Mechanized Ninja Cavalry in the late game, casting Mutanimals in the late game, Jenica. I have a bunch of cards to make multiple bodies. I think getting a nice little 3-drop. Boom! Another Mighty Mutanimals. Okay, taking this Raphael seems like it's not going to work out. It's just my worst 4-drop. I think Foot Ninja's similar. I just don't have room for infinite 4-drops, and I'd rather play like all my other ones than these guys. Like, Raphael's nice, but like the fact that he has to attack, I mean, I guess like, yeah, but 3 toughness is just, yeah, when Manhole Missile's a thing is a little rough. I could take Bot Bashing Time, but I just think Mighty Mutanimals is so messed up, so. Okay, now we're going to take another Prehistoric Pet. I could consider taking Dimension X, just because getting double white and potentially double red is important. But I think Pet's like enough better than the next closest card, than the land, that it's worth taking. The Pet. Beautiful. We got the removal spell we wanted. And we get another removal spell, Bot Bashing Time. I could take Mouser Foundry. But I'd rather get like a big removal spell. Nobody plus Omni Cheese Pizza is a cool combo for like blue-red decks. Draw a card, return it to hand, draw a card. What's the limit on Aprils? I might not want to play all 3. Make Your Move is also one I'm debating whether I want. It's funny, my 3-drop slot is super empty. But I think I'd rather just get another 2-drop anyway. I just don't care about this card at all. Okay, we get the high-flying ace. I just don't think it's worth playing, really, but we'll take it. So we have 30 cards here. We have to make some cuts. This is a combat trick. This is a combat trick. 2 combat tricks. Seems like a decent spot to be. I feel like I don't need the combat tricks, though, because combat tricks are like to push damage when you're being really aggressive. And I feel like I can just like win a late game with like these little engines I can set up. And like using Leonardo is kind of like buffing my whole team as a trick in some ways. Sure, we'll just take the uncommon. Fill the vault quicker. So 30 cards. What do I want to start thinking about cutting here? Well, I think I want to cut the cards that aren't good on their own, or that aren't really, or just like weakest power level wise. So I think like High Flying Ace, pretty weak power level wise. Foot Ninjas requires something else to be good. Then like, so I'll cut those 2 to start. My 3-drop slot's a little empty, but I have 1, 2, 3. Then like, do I really want these combat tricks? Okay, I'll take the uncommon again. I don't really want that though. Like, do I really want combat tricks here? Ooh, okay. You see how many cuts I'm making? This is a nice spot to get a land, I think. Even though EPF point squad seems okay. So tap lands aren't always what you want, especially when you have 1-drops. But I have so many playables. It was definitely close in my head. I was like, okay, would I rather have the land or the EPF point squad? But you end up in a spot where like now I can go like this pretty confidently. So now I can have 10 white sources for my deck that's super heavy white, while still being able to make sure I have access to early red mana to cast my red cards I care about early too. So it's, I think the land makes a difference here. So like my initial thoughts for cuts are this guy, Raphael, Mouser attack, 1 April. Let's just go back to my sorting that I had. I had my removal spells over here. So I have 4 2-drops. I think Action News Crew could be fine in this deck. I have a lot of creatures. 20 creatures. So buffing them all up seems decent, especially because I make multiple bodies with one sometimes. I definitely want to play 17 lands because I have so many 4-drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 4-drops. I definitely don't want any more 4-drops. I don't think I want the combat tricks, really. I'm going to cut the 2 combat tricks. I think they're just weaker cards. They're kind of like the Foot Ninjas, where you have to be in a certain situation for them to be good. I also don't think I need Raphael, because I would rather play a card that I care about as a creature more, and I don't really care about the damage. I think I can like just make big enough creatures that it doesn't matter. And then I'm going to cut April O'Neil so I don't have 3 copies of a legendary 2-drop. And then I'm either going to cut a 4-drop or this Make Your Move. I think I want the Make Your Move, though. This one's situational, but there's enough things where it can be good, and it does fill a weakness of my deck, which is killing big creatures. I only have Bot Bashing and Uneasy Alliance to do that right now. And I think these 4-drops are fine. So I'm going to cut, I think, one of the 4-drops instead, and I think Raphael is the worst one. Even though it can get some good card advantage. So I think I'm going to run it like this. I can always make changes later. But this gives me 17 creatures, 6 non-creatures. I've got some good inevitability. The Turtle Blimp's also like a creature. And we can see how it feels and always make adjustments later. But Mutanimals is going to be really good for me, I think. I wonder if another EPF point squad would be good here, but I don't know what I would cut, is the thing. Like, maybe I would cut Jenica, Bad Apple Big Sister for it. And then my curve would be a little bit nicer. Like this into Mighty Mutanimals is pretty crazy because it would get 2 counters from Mutanimals plus this, plus the counter, so you can put a 3rd counter on it and hit them with a 5/4 on turn 4. But I also think making sure we can cast our spells reliably is important. And so getting that extra dual land means that if we don't have a 1-drop we want to play, like we wanted to have 10 white sources so we could always make sure we can cast our double white spell. So yeah, let's try it like this. And as we dive into the games, I would like to shout out the NicolaiBolas Patreon. If you're enjoying my videos and you'd like to support my mission to make draft accessible for people of all skill levels, Patreon's the place to go. And you gain access to cool bonus content like my card-by-card tier list and Format Thoughts document. Special shout out to those patrons who support at the credits level. It makes a tremendous difference. Okay, what are we working with here? Well, we've got a great hand. Leonardo on turn 1. We have plenty of 2-drops we could draw for turn 2 with 2 draw steps to find them. And, yeah. Maybe we should be playing 3 April O'Neils. I'm not 100% sure. It is a really good 2-drop. So I'm worried about that a little bit. They're playing white-green. Okay. I was a little bit concerned about that, but I can double block it still. Okay, interesting. Neutrinos, it's cute, can free this guy from his prison of sorts. Sure. I really want to play Neutrinos here. Mutanimals might be better. Because if I play Neutrinos, they can't even kill it with Leonardo punching it. They have white, black, green, blue, white. This is also a legendary, so if it dies, then I can't play the second one. Okay, they draw 2 and lose 2, okay. So it looks like they're a base green-black deck, and they're splashing Leonardo. So having this Plains in their opener was maybe kind of lucky for them. Always good to test these things. So for blue-black, they could have quite a few things. So they could have a negate. I'm definitely going to play the pet. I'm going to play it pre-combat so this guy can get buffed. They're going to give this reach, maybe. But I don't care if this trades off, really. Yep, they give it reach. Okay, and I have a huge board state. This thing can eventually return Leonardo to my hand. Mutanimals is going to start doing some serious work. I can also just start using this to return Mechanized Ninja Cavalry and play that over and over. So, like, I'm in pretty good shape, I think. The worst card for them to play here against me would be Shredder's Revenge, because then I lose both my good cards. But even then, I have some good value still. Okay. Do I play this? I kind of want to play this. Let's attack first. Brutal. I've been really saving this Mutanimals. Definitely not blocking. Do they have a ninja? Sure. It's not actually that scary for me. This thing doesn't have reach or anything. Okay, so do this. So they can kill my token or whatever. So they're taking 4. Might as well do this. I was wondering if they would, if I'd done this pre-combat, I could have hit them for 2 extra damage. They get to play this thing. Yeah, they get to... I thought they might do this mid-combat to bounce this, is why I waited. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Are they dead? Let's just double check, because might as well count. There's no reason not to count. I have the ability to play 1, 2, 3. Play Pet. Play Uneasy Alliance on this guy. They make your move on this guy. Attack with everything. Use pet. So I get this thing up to a 4/4. Pet attacks. They have to chump block here. Okay, that seems really, really good. Boom. Got the win. I mean, the deck just did some serious work there. I mean, we did see, I did need to have those extra white sources, because having access to double white, like, if I hadn't had that, I wouldn't have been able to cast, like, a lot of my spells. So that was pretty important to be able to have. I think I didn't play the gain land, but the fact that I was able to play 9 plains, 7 mountains meant that I was able to get to triple white, because I had 3 white spells I wanted to deploy that turn. So if I had 4 mountains, it would have been a lot more awkward if I had like 2 plains, 4 mountains, or something like that. So that's where the land picks kind of make a big difference. Like, you never know which one you're going to draw specifically, but they can definitely have an impact. Like in this hand, like, I think I can keep this pretty happily thanks to the Manhole Missile, filtering my draws. But like Dimension X, making sure I have double white is pretty important here. So I'm pretty pleased with that pick. Remember, most of the cards I'm going to draw are going to be the sorts of relevant spells that help me in these situations. This is one of the reasons I love Manhole Missile, is because this hand would be a pretty mediocre to slightly below average. Like, I think still keepable. But I'm much happier having it because I have a Manhole Missile to get rid of one of these extra lands. Like, 5 lands is probably the maximum I really want in these situations. Okay, they're playing black-red. Okay, my hand has not improved. Sometimes it's just one of those games. Oh my gosh. Kept a 4-lander, drew 3 lands in a row. Well, that's good. Okay, let's have Ward. It can't be countered. Yeah, we're definitely going to kill this. Oh my gosh. Oh, goodness. They mulliganed, so they only have 3 cards to work with. So we're going to eventually start drawing some spells. They have to have removal spells in their hand, so I'm going to pacify this guy. Okay, both of those cards are really good. I want the Blimp first, though. Because one of the ways I lose this game is they go, like, kill my blocker, attack me with a Rokusai. Saki, I mean. Okay. I think killing this guy's more important, making sure they don't get any value. They have all spells in hand because they've been missing land drops. Sure. So I've got some good tricks I can do with this. Getting me some scrying, maybe getting me some extra 2/2s if I draw a land. I think building an army of 2/2s is better than scrying every turn, so if I do draw a land, I think I'll just go for the turtle Blimp plays. Maybe I should just be playing all my April O'Neils. I'm almost positive they have removal spells. Okay. That is a card. Okay. So I don't mind resetting this. Especially because it wasn't blocking anyway, because I tapped it to crew this. And if they kill neutrinos, then I'll take a little bit of damage, but they're not going to be able to, like, sneak something in as well. Okay, another pet. Let's see what we're going to scry first. Okay, Mutanimals is great. April O'Neil's not going to be useful. We're not... I guess we are kind of on the front foot here. We can scry a second card almost. Or we can hit them for an extra point of damage. I guess we could have waited on playing this because we could then flicker it with the Mutanimals. Or get an extra counter from the Mutanimals. Okay, nobody. So they scry. They kept it on the top, I think. Actually, I wish you could, like, check the records on that. So they can't block my prehistoric pets. Oh, do they have Shredder's thingy or whatever? Yeah, they have Shredder's technique. Okay. But then their Raphael gets smaller as a blocker, which is actually a pretty big deal here. My gosh. Think about how different this game would be if I hadn't drawn 2 Manhole Missiles. This game would just be over. Okay, that was maybe not their best thing they could have done. So we're going to do this. Watch this. So we're going to go this. Resolve. Crew this up in response. Make our guy. Buff up the ship. Then we can attack for 4. We can attack with everything. They're going to go to this. They can block here, but then they take 2. Or we can, like, bounce the Mighty Mutanimals. Attack for slightly less. I think attacking for 1 less damage, but clearing the way for the Mutanimals to get redeployed next turn is pretty good. Like, if we attack like this, they can go, like, block, block, take 4. We'll still have these in play for next turn. And flickering the Mutanimals is pretty good to protect it. Or not flickering it, but getting rid of it temporarily. You can do this at instant speed. That's pretty interesting. I wasn't thinking about that as much. But it is pretty cool. Okay. I mean, they're just dead, right? I can do the same thing I did last time. I could also just do something normal and then... Boom. Gets the job done. I like the blimp a lot, honestly. I think the blimp is just a good card. Like, yeah, it's just strong. Just has a lot of cool synergies. It works well with making multiple bodies, multiple threats with 1 card. Cards that make multiple threats or do multiple things for 1 card are pretty good. Or, like, really cheap cards that have to be answered. Like, if any opponent answers my 1/2 guy, it's going to be at a mana disadvantage, pretty much. But they often have to answer it because it's, like, such a problematic card. We can keep this. Again, I have confidence in my mana, and also the April O'Neil scrying too is going to help me find my 3rd land drop, pretty much. Yeah, I'm just looking for a mountain so I can play neutrinos on curve. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Yep. So you see the kind of the problem they're in now? Okay, that's annoying. Like, they kind of have to answer the Mutant Animals, but they might not be able to. Okay. Mutant Animals is messed up, so I'm willing to just go with the flow on this one. Sure. I'm just accepting the fact that I'm never going to have a planes or whatever to work with. Okay, so I get to give something 2 power buffs. So... and then next turn I can make it so that this thing can't block. Or that this thing can't block. Let's buff up my news crew. News crew, news crew. Because I don't want them to just chump block with Henchbox on April, and then I have to sacrifice a big April. Yep, that's what I figured they might do. Perfect. Okay, so let's kill the Punk Frogs, because I can remove the other one more easily. And then we'll kill the Henchbots. So I get back my new April. I get to scry 2 again. I'm definitely going to put a counter onto the April. And I'm going to put another counter onto the April, I think. So now I can play Turtle Blimp. I wanted to stack the scry first. Okay. That is not something that scares me, really. No, opponent! You were supposed to do that on my turn to stop me from killing you. Oh, brutality. So let's make it so this thing can't block. Attack, they get to block on each animals, but they take 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, and they go to 1. Yep. I think that's still worth it. Because I don't need to have big creatures now. I have 5 creatures in play. Okay. That game would have been different. I would have just attacked with fewer creatures, and I think I still win, even if they tap my thing properly. But they'd be at like 5 life here, because they could have tapped my April. I wouldn't have attacked with the 2 Mutanimals. They would have blocked something else. They would have been at like 7 or something. Boom. We're cruising so far. This has been a very nice draft. Very nice indeed. Okay, we're keeping. We did have the legendary nature of this come up, but it has been so good that I want to add the 3rd copy so badly. Manhole Missile once again doing good work. I like both of those. White, black, okay. Sure. Okay. Let's buff up the April. So they're splashing green for something. So this thing's gonna make a trade, and I'm gonna lose a guy. That's fine. I can pacify this next turn. I guess I could have attacked with the Prehistoric Pet as well. Because they're not blocking there, really. But I wanted to keep the Prehistoric Pet around. Okay, Foot Mystic, sure. I'm really tempted to just flicker this, like crew this up, flicker this. I mean, bounce it to my hand, play it again, put another counter on this, and hit them. I think I'll do that. Actually, we're going to put the counter here so it can block this guy. sure. Okay, are they dead? That's the question. I'm not sure. I really want to get rid of their life linking guy, though, that's for sure. If I buff up my 1/1, crew this up, I attack with everything. They go to 6 from this. They can block a 3/3 and a 2/1, and they take 2, 4, 5. So they wouldn't quite die. Right, because they go to 1. Yeah, so I would go... because they could block 3. So if I put the counter from this thing onto something else, but then they could have attacked me for 2, maybe. If I put the counter onto a 3/3, I mean a 2/2, and then I use this and this to crew this up, then I attack them. They go to 6, they block 2 3/3s, they go to 2. Yeah, so that's not quite good enough either way. So that means I should probably buff up this 4/4 so it can attack into them. And then I crew this up with this guy. Then I attack with 4 for sure. I'm going to attack with this guy as well, because he's definitely going to get through. They can't block him. And then if I attack with this for sure, if I attack with these 2 guys, they could just block both of them and live. So let's just attack like this. I think I played that turn pretty well. I don't think I could have killed them. I could have killed them if I put the counter on the pet at one point. But I wanted to be able to block the foot guy. But maybe they were never going to be able to attack with the foot guy. And now they're at 5. Okay, 5. So if they do tap out, I can get an extra counter onto this thing guaranteed by like bouncing my Mutanimals, playing my Mutanimals again with this thing. Boom! I mean, our deck is absolutely dominating right now. It helps when we have a few rares and then Mutanimals, which is like a rare almost. I mean, every time we've drawn Mutanimals, it's been like a complete nightmare for our opponents. So hopefully, I mean, our opponents have also never killed the Mutanimals. Our Mutanimals always stick around, and they always just dominate. So, I really like that card. It is fantastic. Definitely one you should be taking in your own draft. Very, very highly. I think I got 1/3 pick in this draft, and it was just like, whoa, what the heck? But yeah, really good stuff. I've been pretty impressed with red-white in this format. The synergies are just there. Okay, on the play, I'm actually going to mulligan this. If this was April, I'd be able to keep this. So maybe I should just be playing April. We can keep this one, though. Keep. And we will ditch. Kind of want to ditch the Raphael. It's pretty scary, though. Let's just ditch Action News Crew. I don't love that one. Okay. So blue-green might not be able to kill Raphael, and it can just, like, win me the game. Do I play Raphael? Or do I play the Mutanimals? I'm actually fine making this trade. I know my guy can gain first strike later, but they can also make their guy into a 3/4. And I want them to have as few creatures in play as possible when I play this Raphael. If we draw our little Triceratops guy, that would be perfect for us. So far, we've only drawn lands, which has not been helpful. So we'll need a little bit of interaction, I think, to get this over the top. Yep. So this guy can't attack anymore. They double block. Okay, my opponent doesn't know what my cards do. And they scoop it up. Yeah, Leonardo can gain first strike, folks. They could have just double blocked to prevent that. I can't say I blame them. I mean, reading all the cards is kind of tricky sometimes, but I've gotten multiple people with that. It's hidden right at the bottom, gain first strike, and you can do that on offense, you can do that on defense. Definitely something to keep an eye out for. So, yeah, we'll take that one. That was going to be a tricky game if they just didn't do that. But also, we weren't drawing particularly great. Let's try playing the third April. I know it might be an issue, but April is so much better than Action News Crew. It's like not even funny. And the Scry 2 makes a huge difference. And every time I've drawn April, I've been happy in it. And whenever I've drawn Action News Crew, I've been like, yeah. So we'll take the risk on it. And we'll just try to aggressively trade off our Aprils so that if we draw future ones, it's okay. Splinter taught them to be ninja teens. Leonardo leads. Donatello does machines. Raphael is cool but crude. Michelangelo is a party dude. It's a little poem. Like, it's no contest. If this was Action News Crew, this hand would kind of suck. But April, the Scry 2 means that I can, like, dig for a Mutanimals or something useful. Or just get rid of any lands. Like, that's game saving right there. That, like, saves the game. And I still have, like, 3 draw steps to find a land for Turtle Blimp. I just want to find, like, more spells, so. Like, 3 lands in a row would have been, like, really, really bad for me. Okay. Sure. I'm almost always blocking there because getting hit by Oroku Saki is pretty bad for me. Obviously, I would have loved to keep this guy around so I could then play the Turtle Blimp, crew it up, attack with this and the Turtle Blimp. Turtle Blimp gets flickered. I make another 2/2. I just do so much damage. So, like, maybe I'm just supposed to, like, absorb the hit. They missed a land drop even after doing that. That's wild. I don't know if I played that correctly. They're missing land drops. Yep. They don't even have a creature to get back. Maybe I was supposed to keep the, like, not block with neutrinos. Maybe I just would be like, okay, if they hit me with Oroku Saki, that's fine. Oh my gosh, you're joking me. Well, that's really bad. It's like the only card that does that in the format. Okay. So I can threaten killing them next turn. This seems worthwhile doing. Okay, now they have to deal with Prehistoric Pet. I mean, I don't think they can kill me here, so I'm not going to block. They can block the Prehistoric Pet with the Ninja Cavalry, though. But they have to deal with the Turtle Blimp. I mean, if they don't have a kill spell for Turtle Blimp, it's over anyway. Yep, they did have a Rokusaki, and so they die from the Rokusaki. Boom! Got the victory. I mean, Leonardo, the fact that he buffs himself when he does the thing is crazy, too. Like, he comes into play, all the creatures get 4. So, like, he did not only the 5 from this, but also 4 himself. It's pretty wild. Prehistoric Pet's really good for enabling Leonardo. My 1-drops are clutching up. Honestly, so good. We're at 6-0. Let's just get that last victory here. Go the perfect 7-0. It would be fantastic. Great for the confidence boosting. And hopefully, regardless of how this round goes, you've learned something in this one. Found it educational, helpful. I mean, this strategy is really good. Okay, we are getting the double April O'Neil draw here. But on the draw, hopefully we can trade it off. And, like, when you really need lands, you really need lands. So scrying is really helpful here. I'm not going to get greedy. I'm not going to get greedy. I'm not going to get greedy. I need my 4th land drop. I already have 1 Mutanimals. Scrying 1 to the bottom is not a good feeling, though. I know saving this to go with the Mutanimals could be good, but... I would normally attack... I mean, this thing's just going to get blocked by Kitty, but I might sometimes attack with it. I can make your move to kill the Ice Cream Kitty. But I want to double block the Michelangelo if I can. So I can play my next April. Scrying the Mutanimals to the bottom was painful, but I think it's necessary. It's so good, but, like, we need to be able to cast it. Ugh, pain. Let's just no attacks, and then we'll use our make our move on their turn at some point. Even if it's just killing Ice Cream Kitty. I think they're going to play something bigger than that, though, this turn. That's crazy. I like playing Mutanimals first. Put them in a bit of a bind. Force them to use a kill spell on it. And then Neutrinos can do some serious work. Action News Crew is... I kind of want to be channeling this. Yep. This is the first time the Mutanimals is dying. That's why I buffed up April O'Neil, because April's a really annoying attacker for them. They should sacrifice this now if they're planning on sacrificing it to get that extra counter on Michelangelo. Sure. This is why we were patient. Now Neutrinos might have a chance of living. They've used 2 kill spells. Never mind. Why would they ever not have 3 kill spells? Because famously, it's the 3rd kill spell that gets you. That's crazy. That's super annoying. That basically drew me 2 cards. Slow and steady wins the race. This Leatherhead's a real problem, though. Oh, gosh. Do they have more foods to get? They've already gone through Ice Cream Kitty and Anchovy and Banana Pizza. No! Their deck is sick! Okay. Well, we're going to lose this game. Just a combination of factors. Right now, I think our only real path left is the Blimp. We really lost to this Leatherhead, because we would have been able to kill it with Make Your Move, but the fact that we can't kill any of their creatures is just such a huge problem for us. mean, we do have some good draws. Unfortunately, Mutanimals is on the bottom, and that one's probably going to get us. I would love to just be able to kill the Ice Cream Kitty. Unfortunately, that's not really that feasible. Okay, I guess it is somewhat feasible. All their stuff is too big to kill. Okay, well, that's okay for us. I mean, I've done everything I can at this point. I've drawn 5, 8, 10, 11 lands. Scry 2 more to the bottom. I have, like, very little going on. They just keep attacking me. I just haven't drawn enough spells to win this game. Like, I have, like, 5 lands left in this entire deck. Yeah, they had a second Michelangelo. I need to draw my enchantment that can kill this thing. Okay. Oh, man. I can't block any of their guys. Just brutal. Okay, well. A little bit of flood out, a little bit of just, like, misfortune in how they had, like, Leatherhead. Leatherhead's really strong. Hexproof is so annoying. It's like, gosh. It's only on one card in the set, and it's still frustrating when it comes up. It's like, oh my gosh. There's, like, nothing you can do. Okay, this is a good hand, though. We have our 2 1-drops, so we can play our 1-drops and then play this tapped. But again, imagine if this was just a Plains. We wouldn't be able to keep this hand. Like, the 2 Manhole Missiles are super good here. I'm fine making this trade. I figured they wouldn't want to make it. Sure. I should have attacked first. I got greedy. I went a little quickly there. Okay. I thought I was going to be able to kill the prehistoric pet, but I think I'm going to have to kill this other thing instead. A land to be able to play the point squad's pretty nice here. So if they attack, they get to, like, yeah, I can't afford to attack with that gun. It's so annoying, this featherbrained filcher. If they have Karai, I just lose, I think. Let's see. How do I win if they have Karai? So if I do this, flicker the Leonardo, this gets a counter. Then they attack, they hit me with Karai, they bring back Lord Dreg. GG. But what do I do if I don't do that? I don't really have a good engine here going. I could hit them for an extra 2 here if I flicker this guy. But I think the counter is more valuable because it'll be an extra point of damage later. Okay, they do make the trade now. So I guess they have the Karai. Yeah. Feature of the foot. No, even worse. Oh, goodness. Well, that's bad. If this wasn't legendary, I'd win. If this was any creature, I'd win. It just had to be not second neutrinos. That's annoying. Like any creature. Actually, it would have worked with you. I could have just played it. It would have buffed this guy, and I would have won. Oh, I'm so bad. Oh no. Any creature would have done it. They went to 2. What am I thinking? Is that still enough? They can gain some life here. I do feel silly. I should have been able to win this game already. And now I think I'm going to lose. They just have to have a kill spell. Okay. Luckily... Oh, no, not luckily. This is bad. I'm dead. Oh my gosh, I'm going to lose. I'm going to lose. No! Oh, there's only if it deals damage. Oh, I can just block. Okay. Let's see. So if they draw a kill spell, they can maybe claw their way back in. Come on, man. This is a joke, right? Oh. I thought they were going to choose Mutanimals for sure. They choose Mutanimals, they can block it. Well, I missed lethal that game, and I am ashamed. Absolutely appalled. I literally could have just done the math. I was like, oh my gosh, if I draw any creature here, I win the game. And then I drew a creature, and I was like, no, if only it was a creature I could cast. And I could cast it. I just got so hyper fixated on not wanting to legend rule myself, because then this thing would let me then bring the neutrinos back into play, and I didn't have any creatures in my graveyard at the time. But if I just play that guy, I get to put a counter on something, and I get to put a counter on this guy, and I get to buff up my neutrinos, which was the 2 points of damage I needed. So I just play neutrinos, put the counter, and put the thing. The new neutrinos goes to the graveyard. I think I'm used to like keeping the new one, like pseudo vigilance, playing it post combat. But I had enough for lethal there. Anyway, we got the win. If they had gotten back my Mighty Mutanimals there, it might have been kind of interesting, because then I attack, they have to chump block with the 2/1. I play Mutanimals. They have these two guys. They have their Mutanimals and their Shark Shredder. I can still chump block both their guys, and they can't block this guy. So I think I still can win that game, but my gosh. Let's go! 7-1! Whew! The punt was not punished. Missed lethal, I mean, someone's going to notice in the comments before I did, and it's, yeah. But like, I think that the 3rd April, I mean, it was kind of a liability at times, but like, it was so much better than Action News Crew that I think it was worth playing. Like, we had a couple of legendaries, like the Neutrinos, two of those, we had 2 Leonardos. We didn't play Jenica a single time, but the Mighty Mutanimals were absolutely insane. So if you made it to the end of this video, in the comment section down below, leave hashtag Mighty Wins. Or, yeah, I think hashtag Mighty Wins, because these were pretty awesome. The prehistoric pets were awesome. Like, those were really cool. I mean, this deck was just fantastic. So hashtag Mighty Wins to let me know you made it all the way to the end of the video. Or you could leave something like hashtag Dino Wins or something like that. But I think Mighty Wins makes the most sense, because this card was, like, undeniably fantastic. Really, really good deck. I think the loss that we had was like, you just lose those sorts of games to those sorts of cards sometimes. I think we built the deck pretty well. We didn't really need the combat tricks, and overall it was a ton of fun. I hope you learned a lot, and I had so much fun playing. I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed making it. That's gonna do it for this one though. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.